Hey dolls, welcome back to Saturday Slay. Last week was kind of crazy, so I'm sorry I didn't get to post a full tutorial, but I'm back now. You're probably wondering why I look like Tommy Two-Face from Batman. Is because I'm going to show you how to transform yourself. Well, I'm going to transform myself into a Bratz doll. So if you're active on social media and you love makeup, you've probably seen the Bratz doll challenge, and I'm here for it all day, every day, because I basically do my makeup like a Bratz doll anyway, and let's face it, I dress like a Bratz doll. No shade on myself, I do. And, you know, Bratz dolls are basically my aesthetic as a makeup artist. I like really dramatic, glam eyes, nude lips, flawless skin, and let's make sure that highlighter is popping. So in order to save time, so this video isn't too long, I already did one eye, as you can see. Boop. And I already prepped my skin, so I've done my skincare with my sunscreen, my serum, everything I normally do, and I've already done my eyes. Now, when I first started looking for different Bratz dolls to recreate, I looked at a few on Instagram and online, and since I don't have my dark hair anymore, I had to find one that had a hair color close to mine. So I did find one. Since I film on my phone, I can't show you guys the picture right now, so I'm going to post a side-by-side on my Instagram. So if you're not following me on Instagram, sis, today's the day. So basically, let's just get started. Now, I don't have a lot of room to film, so if you see me kind of futzing around, it's because I have limited space, so just bear with me. So the Bratz doll that I found has a similar hair color, and she's wearing, of course, an amazing wing, pop-in lashes, lots of highlighter, which is why I didn't do my complexion. Yeah, just the one eye. She had teal on her lid, and her transition color looked kind of like a little pinky tone to it, so I had to use more than one palette. But as long as you have similar colors, you can use whatever you have at home. This is also a great way to practice your blending technique, and we're going to do a teeny tiny bit of a cut crease as well. So we're going to work on a few different techniques in this video. I will be doing a cut crease tutorial very soon, so stay tuned for that. So right now, let's get started. So right now I have my Huda concealer, which I already prepped. I put a little translucent powder. We're good to go. So we're going to take our crease brush, hair crease brush, my good old number 19 from Sephora collection. This is my jam. And first we're going to start with a couple of things. So the palette that had the color closest that I'm looking to use to recreate this look was from Urban Decay. Of course, I have a bunch of teal shadows, but this I bought last summer. It's called the Beached Eyeshadow Palette. This was exclusive to Ulta, and like, look at these colors. Like, can we talk about this? So I'm going to be mixing these two shades. They're called Double Dip and Plunge is what's going to go on the lid. Now, this transition color Daybreak, I'm going to start with this. And it's okay to work a little messy. We're going to work a little messy. When I work on clients, I work very clean. When I work on myself, I work very messy. Like, why am I not using my mirror? So this is my Kat Von D mirror. So you can see it gets a lot of love. This was her limited edition mirror that I bought on her website. I don't know if she still has it, but I use this mirror every day. I love it. So basically we're just going to carve out our crease with this warm orangey color. It was kind of hard to see what her exact transition color was, so I just worked on getting the right hue and the right tones as close to the picture. And even if it's not exact, just, it's okay. It's still going to be popping. Just let your inner Bratz doll come out. But her transition color definitely had like a pinky tone to it, but I always start with something a little bit warm because it also helps to neutralize the crease, and whatever you put on top of it is going to look even better. So when I do my transition shade, I actually go all the way here, right there. So I can really build up the color and really define the shape. And it's okay to kind of drag it out a little bit. And if you wonder where your crease is, just look straight ahead, and wherever you see that tiny little line, just start going back and forth there. So because her color is a little bit pink, we are going to go into my new fave palette. This palette is life. This palette is like amazing. This is the new nude from Huda. So we're going to take this color, it's called Tickle, and we're going to blend that into that warmy orange color that we just used. And that gives us that pink tone that I saw in the picture, and you'll see it on the gram. This is such a pretty color. Oh my god. Can we just talk about this palette? Because it basically looks like the inside of my brain. Pink and glittery. That's what the inside of my brain looks like. So I'm here for it. Okay. So now you can see everything's starting to match up. I'm just going to build up the color. I actually like to build on my transition colors. I just love the way that looks. And I feel like it adds more depth and intensity to my eye look. Okay. And since I don't have a lot of room to film, you will see me futzing around a little bit because I just don't want to knock stuff down. So this specific palette comes with a little concealer that you can actually use to cut your crease. You can see it a little bit better. My lights are really bright, which you need when you do a makeup tutorial, but here. So we're going to take a little bit, it's literally called Conceal, and it's a nude looking concealer that's great for cutting your crease. So I'm going to take a little bit of that. And we're going to start to do a cut crease. Now I did a full cut crease for this look. And you're just going to literally follow the outline of your eye. And I'm using this really teeny tiny brush. This brush is actually from an old Urban Decay palette, but it's very, very tiny. So I would say when you're going to do a cut crease, be sure to use a flat concealer brush, a small synthetic brush like this. The smaller the brush, the more precise your application. So, and I'm going to show you guys a really cool trick for cleaning up any extra shadow on the side. That is my new favorite way to perfect my eye look. That'll be coming in like 2 or 3 steps. And when I do put my concealer, I take my time. I don't try to do it in one swoop. That's the most important thing about makeup. Work in sections. Don't try to do everything in one shot, because you're working on a small area. Focus on precision, not speed. I know that some people love to talk about the 5-minute face, the 2-minute eye. Honestly, can anything good happen in 2 minutes? No. Don't think so, sis. Sorry. You need a little bit more time. So just take your time and carve out a whole shape, a whole cut crease, a whole eye. Oh my god. Can I tell you how much I've been looking forward to this tutorial? If there is another Bratz doll that you guys really like and you want me to recreate that look, just leave a comment below, because I would love to do another look like this, because Bratz dolls, they're so fierce. I feel like they invented Glam makeup before Instagram. Like, they were already glam before we were doing everything on the gram. Like, so. Okay, perfect. Now, as you can see, I still have another little bit of blue on my brush from the first eye. And we're going to take the 2 colors these two, we're going to mix them together to get the perfect shade that's closest to the Bratz doll. Also, I don't know the name of the Bratz doll that I'm doing. I mean, she looked a little, I thought it was Jade, but it's not. So if you guys know her name, when you see it, like, drop a note on the gram. So now right over my concealer, there we go, I'm just going to layer up the blue. Her entire lid is blue, actually. So don't be afraid to go in. And we're just mixing a little bit of each. Boop, boop, just like that. And I would say press the color in to really get an intense look. I like to press my shadow. I don't really swipe my shadow very often anymore when I'm doing looks like this. I really try to like press the color in, because then you're going to start to blend and you lose a teeny bit of the intensity. So I like to press it in. Now something else I noticed about the Bratz doll that I'm doing is that her crease was defined, but it had a faint black line. So what I decided to do was take a little bit of black shadow, and you can take any matte black shadow. I just happen to be using the one from my Semi-Sweet palette. Take the same brush that we cut our crease with, and we're going to draw a line between the pink and the blue, between the transition color and the lid color. Like a thin line. Super thin. Boom. Just like that. So we literally outline that. And then we're going to take another blending brush and we're going to lightly blend it out. Just very lightly. Just like this. We're just going to blend it up. Blend it up and out. And I'm using a Pinky Rose brush in, what is this? F15. Pinky Rose crease brush in F15. Low-key, Pinky Rose brushes are awesome. They're super affordable. I've been using a few of them. I just decided to try them out because they were on sale at a beauty store near my house. And now I'm like kind of obsessed with them. Okay. Alright. So we just kind of lightly blend that out. That gives us a bit more definition. And we're going to end up blending even more. So don't worry if it looks a little messy. It's okay if the process is messy, as long as the finished result is exactly what you're going for. So don't be afraid to get a little messy when you do your makeup. We're going to go back to my Huda palette. We're going to take that same color, Tickled. Take a little bit. And we're going to take it up to the brow bone. Because her brow color was matte, but it still had a nice pinky tone to it. So I'm going to take the Tickle all the way up to there. Okay. Then I take a little bit of Blaze, and again, you can just layer it. So you're taking a pink color and then a shimmery color, and you're just going to use that right on top. And it looks great. So, and her brows were like really like a deep brown, but still very defined. So I did my brows a little bit different, and I feel like, I could do my brows like this all the time now. I'm here for it. Alrighty. So now we're going to do my new favorite thing, which is how I perfect my wing. I know a lot of times people will put powder or they'll put little band-aids But something that I've been doing that's worked really well for me is just using concealer. This is like a recent new trick that I'm using. So I'm going to take my Huda Beauty concealer in Toasted Almond. This is my highlighting shade. My correct shade in the brand is Peanut Butter. That is my correct shade, but I like a very bright highlight, so I go like a shade down to Toasted Almond, but really I'm Peanut Butter if you want reference. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna cut my wing right here with concealer. Boom. And then I just kind of pull it down like this, and it gives a really nice highlighting effect. And when you do your winged liner, you're gonna have a nice little guide. So let's just blend this out a teensy bit more. And again, you're gonna blend in stages and lightly. Use a very light hand. You're not applying a lot of pressure because we don't want to lose the depth. Okay, we have our guide. We have a nice little highlight. So this is the part where we're gonna do the wing. Now I'm all out of my Bobbi Brown gel liner, so I'm gonna use my other favorite, which is the Makeup Forever Aqua Black. This is a black cream shadow. It is probably your best bet for smoky eyes. That'll be coming soon as well. But I also like to use it as a liner because it stays all day. I never have to worry when I use this product. I've been using it for years. I did hear that they're going to reformulate it, but I'm actually not worried because Makeup Forever is a brand. They just get better and better. Whatever they reformulate is still awesome. So I'm looking to see how they're going to level up something that I love so much. All right, time for the wing. Now remember, cream liner, liquid liner can sense fear. You need to steal your nerves. Get ready. All right. So all you have to do is follow that little guide that we drew with our concealer, and you just start your wing. And since this is creamy, it's not a gel liner, take your time because it's super pigmented. So just draw your line in little pieces, little sections rather. Did I just say pieces? Okay, I mean sections. Okay, take a little bit more. And since I'm a makeup artist, I tend to do everything on my hands. So I'm very messy by the time I finish filming, but that's okay. Okay. Just do a little bit right here. We're gonna go back. Just gonna go back and carve out our wing a little bit better. There we go. And it's okay to make mistakes. I think that a lot of times when you're watching makeup tutorials that it looks absolutely perfect, but I don't like to do that. There's times when things go awry or get messed up, so I let you guys see it so you know, like, you know how to fix things, because you may be in a rush and mess up your liner. What do I do now? So sometimes you just take a little Q-tip quickly, because these are long wearing products and they set very quickly, and then you can just go back in with a little bit more concealer. There we go. There we go. So if I'm doing something and it gets a little schmutzy, I'm not going to edit it out because I want to show you guys how to fix mistakes. Because a lot of times when you're trying to do a certain look and you start making mistakes, you're like, oh no, I effed it up. What am I going to do? So there's ways to fix things. See? We're good. All right, next step is the white eyeliner. Now, Bratz dolls always have really big eyes, so we're going old school with black liner on top, white eyeliner on the bottom. I'm going to be using a Lima Pure Natural Definition eye pencil and paper. This was a gift, so I'm gonna try it. Because honestly, makeup is the gift that keeps on giving. If y'all don't know what to get me for my birthday, here's the spoiler alert, makeup. Alright, so we're gonna put the white in there to give us that big doll-eyed look. And I just smushed it into the black because I just like how that looks. Because it gives a nice gray tone as well. Grayish off black tone, which I think looks really great on deeper skin tones. Or at least my skin tone. No, because I'm kind of like in the middle. I'm not fair. I'm not like medium or tan. But I'm not deep right now. So I'm kind of in the middle. So I like how that grayish color comes out with the black, and it also complements the blue on my lid. Okay, so now next step is the lashes. I am wearing my Huda lashes in Samantha. This is one of my favorite styles. If you guys want to know quick, easy ways to apply false lashes, then I do have a tutorial on my channel for that, so feel free to check that out. And if you guys want an updated lash tutorial, again, leave a comment below. Let me know what you guys want to learn. I love hearing from you. Okay, try and find the lash glue. I'm using my glue thing from Iris Beauty. This is one of my favorite lash glues. It's a vegan. It's waterproof. I have cried with my lashes on, and they do not come off with this glue. So I use this one, and then when I don't have this one in the house, I use the one from Lily Lashes, because that one's also really nice too, and it has a nice brush applicator as well. Please don't ask me about Duo, okay? Don't ask me about Duo, because I actually am allergic to that product, so you're not gonna see that on my channel. Okay. And remember, when you're applying your false lashes, give it a chance to dry. With this glue, it goes on like bluish white, and then it will get a little bit clear. I actually like to just wave it around. Or what you can do is before you start your makeup, put the glue on, and then when you finish doing your eyes, it'll be dry enough and tacky enough that you can put on your lashes. Okay. This is how I put my lashes on. And then I just stick in this end, stick in the other end. Yes. And since Bratz dolls have such cute lashes, I'm actually going to go in with my lash curler and give it a little squeeze just to make them even more doll-like. I feel like this style from Huda is perfect for a Bratz doll look, because they're really long and they curl so well. There we go. Yes! Popping. Lashes are popping. Alrighty, so now we're going to perfect the complexion. Now, Bratz dolls are, of course, their complexion is flawless, so we're going to use some full coverage foundation. We're going to use my Huda Beauty Full Filter. And just so y'all know, Huda's not sponsoring me. I just really love the brand. So if you see me use a lot of products from Huda, it's because that's what I use on a regular basis. Not because she's sponsoring me or anything like that. But, you know, Huda, if you want to, holla at your girl. Okay? I'm here in New York City. So we're going to take a little bit of my Huda. Right now I'm using nutmeg. No. Yes, I'm using nutmeg, but I'm actually between mocha and nutmeg. Sometimes I'll mix them together, but right now we're just doing nutmeg. So, I'm just gonna put this on. Oh Do you see that? I barely put any on, and look at the coverage. Amazing. We've done yoga skin. Now it's time for Bratz doll skin. They have like flawless face with lots of highlighter. And yeah, that's what I do every day. Okay, so I'm just using your damp beauty sponge. When you have a full coverage foundation, make sure that your sponge is damp. If you want to use a brush, that's fine, but make sure that it's damp. I actually just sprayed it with face spray. It had some water in it, but I sprayed it with my Carez face spray. Bring a little bit down here. Okay. Okay. Yes. Oops. Let's just get into this little area here. Okay. Oh, fabulous. Love this foundation. Feels it also feels really nice on the skin, and it smells good. Some people don't like fragrance in their foundation. I love fragrance. I'm here for it. See, we're gonna put a little bit of concealer. Just a little bit. Got a little bit left. There we go. Yeah, so I don't really actually have a lot of room to film, so that's why you're gonna like hear my brushes and things like that moving around. Okay. And because the Overachiever concealer from Huda is full coverage, I like to apply it and then blend it with a brush. I feel like it goes on better like that. She does actually make a brush to go with it. Like when the concealer came out, she also had a concealer brush, which I think is a really cool idea. So now we're gonna bake a little bit. Just gonna bake a little bit. Really more I'm gonna set, not so much bake. Normally I would bake, but we're just gonna set. We'll do a quick set. Quick set. If you guys want a baking and foundation tutorial, also leave a comment below, because that's something I get a lot of questions on, like what is baking? And I don't leave the house without properly baking and setting my face. So, and guess where I'm going after this? The post office. Like literally. Because sometimes people will ask me, do you wear makeup all the time? And I'm like, yes, I like it. I just like it. Alright, time to warm up the complexion. She didn't have a lot of contour, like a heavy contour. So while this is baking, I'm going to bronze myself up a little bit, sweep off the bake, and then we're going to highlight ourselves to the gods. Because my Bratz doll that I'm doing today had a lot of glow. So we're just going to do a little bit of bronzer. Yeah, and I know I OD on the bronzer. Relax, we're going to blend it. I also had a little contour powder, I think, on this brush. So it's coming out a little bit darker, but that's okay because I do a pretty dark contour anyway. But this is how I usually do my makeup. Like, I let my under eye bake while I do everything else, and it saves time. Saves a lot of time. Alrighty. Now, we're going to take our big fluffy brush from Real Techniques. I think this is my favorite powder brush ever. It's so soft, it never sheds. I've had this brush for, I want to say I've had this brush for like 3 years. Like literally 3 years, and it never sheds. It feels soft as ever. Like, I would say Real Techniques is probably one of my top 3 brush brands that I absolutely love and keep buying and keep adding. If you guys want a brush tutorial just on favorite brushes, leave a comment, because I've also gotten a request for that, and I love to talk about tools, so we can do that also. This is also could be like a Valentine's look too. Like, it has some pink in it if you're celebrating Valentine's Day this weekend. Okay, pop it in. Beat to the gods. All right, now we just need a little bit of blush. Of course, we're gonna go with something pink. Hello. Okay, I'm taking my Fenty Kilowatt blush in Ginger Binge and Moscow Mule. As you can see, it's one of my faves. I've already hit pan on it. Time for a new one pretty soon. And I'm just gonna put this on the apples of my cheeks, because she did have a very defined cheek. But Bratz dolls have amazing complexion. Like, for real, their makeup is like, their complexion makeup is just like off the chain. And now we're gonna finish up with highlighter. She was very, very highlighted. So I'm actually spraying my fan brush with a little face mist, because we want to get that nice glowy metallic type of highlight. Oh, yes. There are no words, okay? No words. No words. Just gonna leave this. Let's leave this right here for you guys. There we go. And I'm using the Pro Fan Detail Brush number 62 from Sephora collection. I like this one better than your average fantail brush because it is denser. Like, it's actually denser, picks up more product, and it's smaller, so you can really highlight your nose and do, also you can even use it on your brow bone. So this is my favorite fantail highlighting brush. Okay. Yes. Okay, and now the lips. Of course, the Bratz dolls have those signature full lips. So I'm going to take my Mented lip liner in Foxy. Okay. And I'm going to draw a little bit outside of my natural lip line. And my Bratz doll had like really pink lips, and I found the perfect color to complement and match her. Oh my god, I'm looking at my highlighter glowing in the dark. Yes. Okay. And now to get that perfect pink pout, I'm going to use Creme de la Femme from MAC. This is my #1 favorite pink lipstick. Like, I have a few, but this is my ride or die. Like, you know how Kim loves Angel from MAC? That's how I love Creme de la Femme. Okay. So now we're just gonna set. This is my Carez H2 Rose Face Mist. Y'all know this is my jam. This is life. Every day, all day. I bought this fan in London years ago. Okay. So that is our finished Bratz doll look. I will post a side by side, the two pictures, so you guys can see it. She had lots of highlighter, pink pouty lips, a teal lid. I hope you guys really enjoyed it. This video is a little bit longer than usual, but I wanted to take some time to like really chat with you and talk about different stuff. So you know the drill. Like, share, subscribe, leave me a sweet comment about any other looks that you want me to serve up for you guys. Be sure to follow me on Instagram so we can stay in touch. And you can also find me on Patreon. So if you want to see more amazing content like this, please join my Patreon community and help support production. I love you guys. Bye, dolls. I'll see you next week.